Kiviak's wife died, he buried her under a pile of stones and then lay down to sleep away her death. But he was not able to rid himself of her, and he woke up even sadder than before. So he decided to leave the place where he lived and travel far away from his memories. All at once, his little son, whom he'd planned to leave behind, burst through the door. The boy had a big smile on his face, and he said, "I've just seen Mother. She's outside with another man." "Your mother is dead," said Kiviak. But when he went outside, sure enough, there was his wife, rubbing stomachs with a man he did not know. Kiviak was furious. He struck down both his wife and the other man and buried them in a second grave. "Now," he said to his wife, "perhaps you'll stay dead." And then he made good his resolve to flee from that place. While his little boy slept, he packed his goods into his kayak and hastened away. He was already quite a distance across the fjord when he heard the boy calling for him to come back. But he paddled on.
"Come back, Daddy! Come back, Daddy! Come back, Daddy! Daddy, come back! Daddy, come back! Daddy, come back! Daddy, come back!"
Now Kiviak was attacked by sea lice. They ate up half the skin of his kayak, and then he was nearly sucked into a whirlpool. As he paddled out of the whirlpool, a claw troll scratched at his eyes. Then he came upon two icebergs. As he paddled between them, they closed in on him, and he was almost crushed to death. It was with relief that he turned his kayak toward land. But his troubles were only just beginning. Once he pulled onto the shore, a woman beckoned him into her house. He followed her inside, and there he saw another woman, a wrinkled old creature lying on some tattered sleeping skins. This old woman offered him berries mixed with fat, which he ate with great gusto. "These taste very fine," he said.
"No wonder. They are mixed with the fat from a very young man."
Kiviak jumped up and dashed out of the door. And after a while he came to another house, inside which lived only a baby. This baby had an enormous bloated stomach. All around were various frozen parts of bodies. The baby took one look at Kiviak and said,
"How nice of Mother and Grandmother to send me over some fresh food."
"If the sea is dangerous," thought Kiviak, "then the land is much worse." He ran back to his kayak. He had hardly set out when an eagle swept down and tried to carry him off. He escaped by smashing its head with his paddle. Then the ghosts of drowned people rose up from the water and sat on his kayak, for they hoped to drown him the way they themselves had been drowned. Yet Kiviak paddled on. Now he was joined by the ghosts of his wife and her lover. The drowned people complained that there was not enough room for all of them on the kayak, but they found a place anyway.
"It was very unkind of you to kill me,"
his wife said to Kiviak. "But you were already dead," said he.
"To kill a person who is already dead," she said, "that is the unkindest thing of all."
Years seemed to pass with all these ghosts in the back of his kayak. He seemed to paddle everywhere, up and down every fjord, everywhere in the entire country. Each year, the kayak got heavier and heavier, but he paddled on. At last, he came upon a number of other kayaks, and they were dragging along a huge whale. On the back of this whale stood a very robust young man. Kayak recognized this young man as his own son. He hailed him.
I am your father, dear boy. I am old Kayak.
But his son did not recognize him.
Oh, that could not be true. My father died years ago. He was sucked down into a whirlpool. You're just a crazy old man in a kayak full of ghosts.
And then the son was pulled away by the others, and old Kayak buried his head in his arms and wept.